Anyway, my friend Nate Klemm is over here. We're going to be forging some karambits, and we forgot to film for the first part, so let's get into it.
There's a YouTuber in my house.
Oh wait, I should get the turning it on. One sec.
Not waiting. Bring on the thunder. Okay, we did a bunch of forging, and I didn't really film any of it because it's really hard to film while you're forging, but I think mine looks way better, even though it's really small. Nate's looks... We're going to grind these now and get them hopefully actually the shape they're supposed to be, and then we're going to start working on handles and tempering. Actually, heat treating and then tempering. You should just give up now. It's too late.
What?
Anyway, my knife is much smaller than it was before, and it was already tiny, but with the wooden handle on there, because I did not want to do what Nate is doing, which is he drilled a bunch of little tiny holes, and now he's going to have to file that out into a nice big hole, which sounds like a pain because we didn't have any drill bits big enough. So he's going to be doing that for the next 8 hours, and I'm going to be grinding mine on my merry way, and I'm going to be done soon. Micarta was a bad idea because micarta does not burn. Both the knives are in the oven right now tempering. The footage, I had the camera zoomed in all the way so you couldn't see anything that was happening, but we got them in there. They look good. I mean, one looks better than the other. I'm not gonna say.
Definitely.
I'm not gonna say which one, but one definitely does look better. Anyway, they're gonna be temping for a couple hours, so we're gonna come back then. I'm fairly happy with how mine looks, even though it is tiny. I think it's actually gonna be a kind of a practical karambit, because karambits, let's face it, they aren't practical knives at all. This is not gonna be fun to grind, because grinding a curve and what do you call that? Grinding this in the belt center doesn't really work that well. I don't like going on top because it's really difficult to control. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get this polished up. We're gonna try to get a hand sanded like to a nice, maybe even 400, 600 grit. I don't know if we're gonna go that nice. Probably 220. I don't even know if I showed you this actually. I have Purple Heart because the micarta does not melt, which is a problem. That fits in there. So I'm gonna make a bolster to cover that ginormous hole that I burnt in there. Okay, so I just did a crazy amount of hand sanding on this blade, and it actually looks okay now. Now I'm going to do a polish on the buffer, and then I'm going to use ferric chloride to acid etch it, and then I'm going to do a stone wash. It's my favorite finish, so I'm going to do that.
Do I have like feathers on my face?
Emery cloth, actually.
It's shining. Mine is not as shiny. I don't know why. How does yours do that?
Alright, I'm going to sit for a few minutes. This is diluted 50-50, I think, something like that. I think I'm happy with that. The knife, it's so loud. The knife is etched for me. Alright, look at Nate's.
Competitor's Karambit.
Competitor, my competitor. Mine is done, except for sharpening on the handle. I got paint on my hand. And then we're gonna do the handles on them. Those are gonna be done. And then we're gonna ask some people. Probably not gonna do a poll. We're gonna ask some people which one they think is best. And then we'll tell you which one's best. I like it better than I thought I would. Okay, I got a piece of aluminum. And this is going to be a bolster because I got a giant burnt hole here that's really, really ugly. It's going to look really good. I just drilled holes in it. I cut it out. I didn't film any of it. So, I know you're disappointed, but I don't care. Whoop. Okay, so I got the handle cut out. I didn't show you any of that. I'm going to sand the face that's going to be against the blade. I'm going to sand that. It's the only thing I'm going to do. I'm probably going to get it almost mirror polish. Yeah. I'm not going to shape the guard at all until I epoxy it. I'm not going to shape it all together. Probably a horrible idea. We'll find out. A lot of epoxy. Maybe I put just the perfect amount and no more.
I can't.
Nate's gone. My Karambit is not done. His is done. He finished his at his house already. I have not, so we're gonna work on it now. We're gonna try to make this handle look like an actual handle. Favorite tool for shaping a handle at this stage after the bell sander is a half round file. It can take out curves and these sharp facets that sandpaper just can't. It just takes forever. Something about the stiffness and the lightness of the cut makes it work really well. It's not perfect, that's for sure, but it's okay. Aluminum polishes up really well.